In the hushed grandeur of St. James's Palace, whispers echoed through gilded corridors like ghosts from a bygone era. The crown has never witnessed a moment like this, courtiers murmured, just minutes before the world learned of King Charles III's earth-shaking decision. Inside the throne room, chandeliers cast flickering light on walls adorned with portraits of monarchs who had ruled with unyielding certainty. But on this October evening in 2025, certainty was absent. There stood a man, a father, a king, facing the immense weight of history. Palace insiders described the air as electric, breathless, unlike anything since Queen Elizabeth's passing. Messengers hurried through crimson halls, clutching sealed folders stamped with the royal crest. Outside, the imperial state crown rested under a glass dome, its diamonds sparkling like a pulsing heartbeat, a symbol of the monarchy's enduring shine amid tremors of change. Behind those fortified doors, King Charles prepared a message that would ripple across Britain and the Commonwealth. It wasn't a scripted speech from advisors or ministers. It was a personal statement, drafted in solitude by his own hand. When he stepped forward, his face pale and eyes weary yet determined, he echoed the calm, composed tone his mother had used in national crises, devastatingly human. The last such grave address had marked an era's end. But this, insiders said, felt heavier. Not loss, but choice. A choice blurring duty and survival. As his opening words resonated in the grand hall, the crown's future seemed to quiver, mirroring the king's voice. What he revealed next didn't just redefine his reign, it reshaped the United Kingdom's destiny. Hours earlier, St. James's Palace had been locked down tighter than any recent royal event. The public thought it a routine briefing on the king's schedule. Inside, however, history unfolded in whispers. Aides moved with silent precision, faces etched with strain. The king had requested the imperial state crown be displayed in the throne room, not as decor, but as a stark reminder. The crown doesn't belong to a man, one insider confided. It belongs to time itself. Over the past year, King Charles's burdens had become evident. His once grueling schedule was pared back on doctors' orders, but friends said it wasn't just health weighing on him, it was legacy. He inherited a throne, a fractured family, a doubtful younger generation, and the shadow of a mother whose reign epitomized perfection. At Clarence House, Queen Camilla quietly canceled appearances, sparking rumors of discord. Reports hinted she clashed with the king's stewardship plan, a leaked memo describing it as a blueprint to ensure the monarchy outlived its wearer. Prince William and Princess Catherine had shouldered more duties, international trips, major charities, once the king's domain. To outsiders, it seemed natural progression. Inside, it signaled seismic shifts. Princess Anne, the family's steadfast traditionalist, mediated between her brother's resolve and courtiers' caution. That afternoon, confidential summons went to the Prime Minister and Archbishop of Canterbury for a private address at St. James's Palace. When their motorcades arrived under guard, the atmosphere crackled with reverence. Even before words were spoken, all sensed an irreversible turn. For the first time, King Charles would speak not as sovereign, but as a man acknowledging limits. As the sun sank behind Westminster's towers, unease blanketed London. Journalists outside the palace felt an inexplicable energy. Gates shut, courtyard empty, save for a black Range Rover with the royal seal. Prince William and Princess Catherine emerged, solemn, sans smiles. Inside, tensions simmered like a storm under velvet. In the green drawing room, the king sat with a document on an oak table. The Prime Minister and Archbishop faced him, exchanging uneasy looks. Aides stood frozen. "This," Charles said, tapping the parchment, "is not resignation. It's preparation." The Prime Minister frowned. "Preparation for what, Your Majesty?" Charles replied gravely, "For continuity, peace, the monarchy's future beyond ancient traditions." He paused. "I've served as heir longer than any. I've worn the crown, but I won't burden inheritors unprepared." His voice trembled. "The world my mother ruled has changed. My sons must differ still."
Word of audience leaked, fueling press frenzy. Health concerns? Abdication? Early throne to William? By nightfall, royal lines buzzed. Camilla left Clarence House, face inscrutable. Anne rushed from Gatcombe Park for a family briefing. In California, Harry and Meghan released a statement. "Our thoughts are with the family during this time of reflection and renewal." Diplomatic but timely, it stoked speculation. Privately, William confronted his father. "If it's health, the people deserve truth." Charles shook his head. "It's legacy, William, knowing when to release the reins." William's eyes darkened. They'll call it abdication. No, Charles whispered. Evolution. As they spoke, crowds formed outside, waving Union Jacks, holding Diana posters. Eternal scrutiny's echo. By midnight, networks broke programming. A royal statement confirmed for morning. Analysts speculated regency or duty reshuffle. Insiders hinted deeper, a symbolic torch passing, not resignation, but sharing. Even crown jewels, moved from the tower for maintenance, gained meaning. The king wanted them present, a visual vow of eternity amid change. Nationwide, households waited. Pubs kept TVs on. Britain had seen royal joys and scandals, but this felt final. Before dawn, engines hummed at St. James's. Sedans arrived through mist. Staff whispered, preserving fragile calm. The crown watched from its case, impartial eye on proceedings. Charles reviewed notes by a window, brief speech, decades-long echoes. A monarchy must adapt or disappear, the final line read. He closed it like farewell. Camilla, with her secretary, eyed erased schedules. He's giving away more than duties, his lifelong self, she murmured. At Kensington, William and Catherine awoke, children at Norfolk, oblivious. William adjusted his tie, distant in the mirror. Not air, but future face. Is the country ready? He asked. Catherine, it needs you to be. Anne arrived post-7, heels clicking resolutely. She'd opposed initially, too abrupt, but now accepted. In the council chamber, Privy Council, advisors, Archbishop gathered. Charles entered. All rose. This institution endures by bending. The crown must move with people or lose them. He praised his mother's resilience, owned flaws, then announced stewardship transition. No abdication. He'd delegate daily affairs, engagements, addresses, travels to William, remaining symbolic head. A living handover, shared reign. The Archbishop, unprecedented. Charles smiled. Overdue. Tension dissolved into destiny's calm. Leaving, Camilla touched his hand. You've done what's right. Necessary, he corrected. Outside, crowds filled the mall, flags waving. Few grasped details, but all felt the shift. In California, Harry watched with Meghan. He's doing what Mom said, letting go before forced. En route to St. James's, William's phone buzzed. Father's message, it's time for you to lead. He gazed at cheering masses, signs evoking Diana and future. Throne room prepped, mic tested, camera set, crown behind lectern. Charles entered alone, brushing it, eyeing jewels, his mother's crowning symbol, awaiting his son. Cameras rolled. At 10 a.m., October 14th, 2025, the broadcast aired. Screens showed palace halls, throne room, glittering crown. Charles alone. My fellow citizens, this crown symbolizes service. Today I honor it by preparing for inheritors. Living rooms hushed, traffic paused. The stewardship transition. I remain sovereign, but share daily responsibilities with the Prince and Princess of Wales. Gentle yet seismic, not abdication, but modern first. Diamond reflections danced on his face, legacy divided, whole. My mother taught evolution or fade. I safeguard endurance. I trust my son and wife to carry forward with grace. At Kensington, William gripped hands. He's doing it. Catherine's eyes glistened. His trust and burden. Anne watched off-frame. The monarchy exhaled. Harry and Meghan messaged, love and respect as they enter this chapter. Family endures. Charles concluded, not stepping back, forward, closer to people. Understand and have faith in stability through change. Glancing at crown, may it outshine us. Fade to black. Nation erupted. Tears, applause, disbelief. Social media hailed gentle revolution. Crowds sang, God Save the King with emotion. Sunset brought aftershocks. Buckingham crowds held vigils. He chose his way, one said. Camilla emotional, praising courage. Privately, protect what remains. William met advisors. Catherine fielded calls, glancing at Diana's portrait. Harry's statement sparked unity talk. Parliament debated constitutional implications, praise for modernization, fears of precedent.
Anne chaired Transition Council, responsibility over right or wrong. Charles at Balmoral, relieved, I can breathe. Next day, viral image, Charles and William strolling Windsor Gardens. Caption, the crown endures by sharing weight. The transition revived, not divided, in honesty, renewal. Windsor's banner fluttered at twilight. Charles on bench, crown nearby, peace not burden. William approached, silence, then, crown reminds whom we serve. William, you've given direction. Catherine watched, children played. Balance, past, future. Praise poured in, humility's masterstroke. Anne, strength in sharing. Historians dubbed gentle revolution, adaptation with dignity. Lesson, legacy and good left to others. Night fell, chapters turned. Monarchy's human moment. People holding sacred amid grandeur. Compassion keeps crowns alive.